Hello and welcome to the first episode of Destinationswithdunks podcast. This podcast is all about travel, adventure and the incredible people we meet along the way. In each episode we'll be exploring inspiring journeys, unforgettable destinations and the stories behind them. For our debut episode, I'm delighted to welcome Jason Mohammad. Jason is one of Wales' best known broadcasters with an award-winning career in television and radio. Best known for presenting major sporting events on the BBC, he's also a passionate traveller who has experienced destinations across the world, both through work and personal adventure. Today, we'll be talking to Jason about travel experiences, his favourite destinations, and the places that have left a lasting impression, and the stories that only travel can create. Jason, welcome to Destinationswithdunks podcast.
Thank you, Duncan. Great to be here.
Well, was the first place that comes to mind for you when you think of your perfect trip?
My perfect trip? Probably, I would say, on a family holiday to Greece. So I've been very lucky, Duncan, travelling around the world, basically, doing sports. So Brazil doing the World Cup and the Olympics in 2016, Russia World Cup 2018, Qatar 2022 following Wales when they qualified for the World Cup. Loads of other places, New York, love New York. But I think Greece as a holiday destination with my family is probably the pick of the bunch because it's like about, having fun, relaxing with your family, reading books, and then let's get on to the food because the food is like unbelievable there as well.
Agreed. And what was the favourite city in the world that you visited?
Oosh, that's a good one, that is. I go between two cities, right, always. Right, I love travelling, right? So the two cities I love, and they go, every time I go there, I think to myself, I'm not too sure if you've been to any of these, but feel free to, if you have, to let me know what you think. So in April, I went to Rome, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm walking around Rome and I'm thinking, that's the best city on earth. It's the best city on earth. It's
so
big.
Much history.
Yeah, it's big. So much history. You walk around the corner, right? We just had a pizza. Walk around the corner, not far from the Spanish Steps. Had a pizza, walk around the corner. And this 16th century basilica just like literally hits you, right? But then back in December, January, we had New Year in New York.
Wow.
And we went to a New Year's Eve party.
Cold, I bet.
Yeah, cold, very cold. Went to a New Year's Eve party. My mate runs a hotel in Brooklyn, and we went to a New Year's Eve party in Brooklyn, on Brooklyn Heights, overlooking Manhattan, right? And I saw New Year in. I got it on my phone, I'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next day thinking, New York's the best city on earth. But then when I get to Rome, I'm like, Rome's the best city on earth. When I go back to New York, it'll be like, New York's the best city. Yeah. So I go between those two.
That's true. There's so many places around the world, and you think you found your gem, and then suddenly you go on the next trip and you find somewhere else. Like
the gem that I often tell people about, and a lot of people have not been there because obviously it's quite difficult to get into, is I went to St. Petersburg in Russia, covering the World Cup, and I went there twice, 2 games we covered there. Oh my goodness, what a city. The Winter Palace was so big and there's so much artwork in the Winter Palace. I went twice. It was that good. Amazing.
I that's my dream, to hit Russia and see it.
Have you been to Russia?
I have. I've done almost all the other former USSR.
Have you really? Have you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So my next trip, I'm going Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan and Georgia.
Wow.
I've done Uzbekistan and Armenia.
Oh wow, I'd love to do those.
Yeah.
I'd love to do those.
But Russia is obviously the biggest of the lot.
It's an incredible city.
Yeah. What was the hidden gem that you found around the world, maybe on a trip? It could be a restaurant or.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh right. Well, I often tell this story because it's tied into my two passions, right? So it's tied into food and travel, right? I love music and sport, obviously, but food and travel are a big thing. And sometimes when you have a meal and it stays with you for the rest of your life, right? Yeah. I was in Paris and I'd just been to the bar to watch Man United play Real Madrid, right? It was the night where Ronaldo, R9 scored, right? Mm-hmm. And then all the Man United fans were singing, Fergie, sign him up. Fergie, sign him up. And my wife said, you go to watch football, I'm going to do some stuff, I'll see you in the restaurant. And we picked this restaurant, it was near the Pantheon in Paris, and it was an outdoor restaurant, candle lit, it's a brasserie, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a warm April evening, candle lit, and there were French families having dinner there. And the menu looked nice, but it was very simple, right? Mm-hmm. And I love simple food, and I love simple travel. And it wasn't a flashy restaurant. And I said to the guy, what do you recommend? He said, salade bleu, right? And I was like, what's that? And he goes, rocket leaves and cheese. Right?
Okay.
And I was like, great. And he said, and I really recommend the steak. Right? The steak was incredible. But do you know what, Duncan? And it sticks with me, right? And it was only a couple of euros, right? This was probably late 90s, early 2000s. And the salad, still to this day, I talk about it. It was warm rocket leaves, just slightly warm, with melted Roquefort cheese.
It stays in your dreams.
I mean, come on.
No, I know what you mean.
Just like
Italy's the same.
You know,
can get these
simple
meals.
food,
Yeah.
and it's stuck with me forever. And the saddest part of this is I went to Paris about 3 years ago. I went to find the restaurant. I remember where it was. It's not there anymore.
Oh,
it's
no.
closed.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So that brings me on to my next question. In terms of food, what would be your favourite go-to?
Well, my favourite food is like probably Indian, Bangladeshi, Pakistani. That's my favourite food.
Lovely.
And again, I flip between the two because then I'm in Italy. I'm thinking, no, Italian food's better. And then I'm like in Greece going, nah, Greek food's better. But on the weekend, I had a chicken karahi in Pakistani restaurant in Manchester. I was like, nah, nothing's beating this. Chicken karahi. And I don't have rice, you see. I eat with my hands as well. Okay. So I had 2 roti, chicken karahi.
I'm happy. Curry Mile.
No, it wasn't in Rayong.
Okay.
It's in town, in Castlefield.
Okay.
Near Deansgate.
Oh, is it called Akbar's?
No, up the road from Akbar's.
I know
it's called My
Akbar's.
Punjab.
Right,
My
okay.
Punjab,
I'll
just
check
up
that
the
one
road.
out.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Look at you. He knows.
I
He
do
knows
get
it
around,
all.
I do like
so
Manchester,
a chicken karahi and 2 roti, and I'm happy.
That's good. That's good. Okay, and so if you were to give 3 travel tips for someone when going away, what would you say?
Oh, number one, as somebody who speaks 2 languages, I speak I speak English and Welsh, and then I can speak a little tiny bit of Arabic. I can get by in French, like real basic French. Speak a bit of Arabic, learn the language.
Yes.
Learn some words.
Yes.
You know.
That's a superpower.
Just say please, thank you, please can I have, I'm going to Greece in a couple of weeks' time, and I will, I will learn my Efaristo, And, you've got to do it, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Yes. I learned a bit of Portuguese when I was out in Brazil.
Do you find you forget it, though?
Terrible. I was working with 3 people who were from Rio, and they were teaching me a word a day. And it got to the point where I was able to not just hold a conversation, but go into like a little bike store, hire a bike and go to the beach, order a coffee. Literally, 3 weeks I was there. So if I was living there for 6 months, I reckon I could have been semi-fluent. Yes. I quite like languages. I think you have to immerse yourself in the culture, immerse yourself in the language.
100%.
That's my one tip.
Yeah. So, for you now, where would be a bucket list destination, somewhere that you've yet to get to?
That's a good question. That's a great question. I've been lucky to travel. I've never done China or Japan. Ooh. I wouldn't mind doing. A lot of people tell me about Tokyo. I wouldn't mind going to see a gig. Like a band in like Tokyo or wherever it might be.
Funny enough, Tokyo's top for my list now.
Have you been?
No, I haven't. No.
And I'd love to do China as well.
I'd love to do the Blossoms.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I've never done Malaysia or Vietnam. Lots of my friends have done, so I'd love to.
Highly recommend. Yeah.
I stopped over in Singapore on a flight to Australia. I'd like to take my kids to Australia. They really want to go there. I went there many years ago in Melbourne, Sydney, and the Gold Coast to do the Commonwealth Games. So my kids often say they've been very lucky. They've travelled, all over the world. Yeah. But the one destination they'd love to go to is Australia because it's an amazing country. Have you been?
Of course, I have. I went to my cousin's wedding. Yeah, about 10 years ago.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It feels a lot like Britain as well.
It does.
That's the strange part about it. It's so far,
Britain in the sun.
Yeah. So I got a quick fire round for you then, Jace.
Oh, like this.
Window or aisle seat?
Aisle, long legs.
Yes, I agree. And
I'm always getting. Look at my shoulders. Look at me. Look, I'm 6 foot whatever, and I'm always getting nudged by the. When the trolley comes through. Yeah. I always I've got a shoulder injury.
Yes. Beach or city break?
Beach.
Okay.
Having said that, I've just talked about the city breaks. I would go for beach.
Yeah. Backpack or suitcase? You a light traveller?
I can do both. I guess
it depends how long you're away as well, right?
Yeah. My kids. Oh my goodness, the amount of luggage. We're going to Greece in a few weeks' time. The luggage they take, and I'm like, why are you packing so much? I think now I got to an age where I reckon I can get by with a couple of pairs of shorts, a couple of pairs of t-shirts, flip-flops, headphones. I'm happy.
Yeah. I buy it as I go as well. I go light and.
You're looking
Then
at the
carry
man
back.
who's an ideal holiday for me. Will get up early, go to the gym, have breakfast, chill out by the beach all day long. This is my summer holiday, by the way. Chill out, go to bed 9 o'clock with a book. Happy days. That's me. I'm done.
I also find
My
that-
raving days are over, Dunk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm not staying out till
We-
5
we've
in the
been there,
morning
we've been
anymore.
there.
No, I've done that.
I think the other thing now, when you go on most of these airlines, they try and charge you all this extra for the baggage. So I try and get one over them. Like, I go with little.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got to
Totally.
pay it back later.
Yeah,
but-
totally. Yeah.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise. I love getting up early on holiday.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. You're an early 6 a.m.
Love
for the
getting
boxing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe not 6 a.m. on holiday, but I like to get up and just do something in the morning. I feel like you have to earn your breakfast. That's one of my mottos.
Yes.
Earn your breakfast. Get out, have a walk. You know, croissants taste better then.
That's right. And that's leading me on to my last question. Your favourite holiday snack?
Oh, wow, this is good. Probably, yeah. I do love that breakfast. A snack? What, like a main meal, or could it be part of a main meal?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I do like my morning croissants when I'm on holiday because I try not to eat croissants and pain au chocolats like throughout the year.
It's a treat, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, probably a pastry when I'm on holiday.
That's good.
But one of my other just quickly, one of my other joys is when I'm in Italy, I quite like to stand at the bar like they do, you know, in the coffee bar because I'm
Yes.
a bit of a coffee addict. I flew to Rome and my boy never experienced this. He's getting into coffee and he said, "Oh, I fancy an espresso." So we literally landed in Rome and I said to him, "Watch this." So we ordered 2 pastries, 2 espressos, and we stood at the bar because they're the Italians.
Yeah.
They stand, have a pastry, and he was like, "It's just everything tastes so different." I was like, "Yeah."
And they always have a water with their
Always with a
espressos.
little water.
Yeah, we don't do
always.
that.
Yeah, apparently you should have the double the amount of water as the caffeine as well.
Really?
So if it's a shot, have 2 glasses of water.
I did
as
double
well.
espresso this morning, hence why I need some water now,
well,
I think. You've got to
Well,
level it out.
you need it doing the podcast.
That's it.
Your energy.
Yeah. It was great speaking to you today, James.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thank
Great
you for your time.
podcast. I'm a big fan of the podcast. Keep it up.
Thank you, Jason. That was a great conversation. And hope all the viewers enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And catch you all on the next episode.